We regret to announce the passing of our beloved Leary Fritz Antoine, better known by his close friends and family as Mark and Awa. He is originally from Lafargue-Choiseul, but until recently he resided in Choiseul Village under the watchful, professional and loving care of Sandra Mitchell and her family. He passed away at St. Jude Hospital on Friday, July 24, 2020, at 2:15 p.m. He was 77 years old. Leary Fritz Antoine is the deceased son of the late Marie Elizabeth Antoine and Harold Antoine of Lafargue-Choiseul. Also preceding in death are his brothers Lawrence, Francis, Irvin, and Victor Antoine, his sisters Agatha Gilbert of Texas and Euphrata Felix of Lafargue-Choiseul, his deceased wives Bernadette Antoine of Lafargue-Choiseul, better known as Tijou, Jean Antoine of Labrie, and Elsita Antoine of Saltibus. Left to mourn his daughters, Mrs. Beverly Henry of New York, USA, Mrs. Vanette Semporian, employed at Bank of St. Lucia, Soufrière, Terali Antoine of Lafargue-Choiseul, one adopted daughter, Mrs. Justin Albert of La Pointe-Choiseul, his brothers, James Antoine and family, including Veronica James of Choiseul, Marcus St. Rose and family from Soufrière, Raymond Frank and family of New Jersey, USA, his sisters, Mrs. Ursula Theophilus and Mrs. Marilyn Theophilus of St. Croix, USVI, Alberta Charles of Texas, USA, his first love and mother of his first daughter, Ma Popo, originally from Canaries, but resides in Castries, his grandchildren, Ishnell Henry in Bermuda, Yannick Nicholas, Makea and Militia Semporian of Victoria Street, Soufrière, Janelle and Janelle Albert of La Pointe-Choiseul, his great-granddaughter, Zaya Zidi Henry in Bermuda, sister-in-law Mrs. Leota Antoine of Lafargue-Choiseul, sons-in-law Mr. Alan Henry in New York, USA, Mr. John Albert of La Pointe-Choiseul, Mr. Valence Semporian in Choiseul, his brother-in-law Mr. George Theophilus in St. Croix, USVI, his nieces, Diane Theophilus, teacher at the Education Complex High School, St. Croix, USVI, Siobhan Theophilus in Maryland, USA, Mrs. Desiree Joseph, who is also his godchild, and family in California, USA, Emily Theophilus and family in St. Croix, USVI, Marcia Theophilus and family in St. Croix, USVI, Natasha Charles and family in Houston, Texas, Delma Antoine and family in Houston, Texas, Delta Antoine and family in Houston, Texas, Myra Jamari and family in Houston, Texas, Gloria Monrose and family in Baytown, Texas, Leofa Gilbert and family in Houston, Texas, Marguerite Charles and family in Castries, St. Lucia, Maura Antoine and family in New York, USA, Vignetta Vaudroc and family in St. Lucia, Natasha Lauren Antoine and family, including Mary Joseph in New York, USA, Queenie Shalmine and family in St. Lucia, Vanessa Edwards and family in St. Lucia, Marilyn Peter and family, including Denver Agdoma in Fayette, Choiseul, Loyola Dalsaw Smith and family in the USA, Rosemary Joseph and family in St. Lucia, Joycelyn Nuptial Charles and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Eureka Nuptial Prosper and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Adelina Jones and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Alfreda Cooper and family in Goodlands, Castries, Dorcas Antoine and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Theodora Jean and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Doris Antoine and family in Austin, Texas. His nephews, Gary Theophilus and family of Miami, USA, Collins Theophilus and family of Houston, Texas, Troy Charles and family in Houston, Texas, Clyde Charles and family in Houston, Texas, Alexander St. Clair and family in Houston, Texas, Gaspar Blaze, Chief Security at Sugar Beach Resort and family, Alvin Antoine and family in Houston, Texas, Kervin Antoine and family in St. Lucia, Anthony Herman and family in Choiseul, Calix Antoine and family in St. Lucia, Claude Felix and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Epworth Antoine and family in St. Lucia, James Gilbert and family in St. Croix, USVI, John Gilbert and family of Baytown, Texas, Larry Antoine and family in the USA, Rawson Antoine of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force and family, Linus Gilbert and family of St. Croix, USVI, Scott Gilbert and family in St. Croix, USVI, Roy Antoine and family in St. Lucia, Michael Nuptial and family in Goodlands, Castries, Eustatius Michael Nuptial and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Marcellus Nuptial and family in Lafargue-Choiseul, Ched Antoine and family including his mother Catherine Antoine in St. Croix. His godchildren, Ray Joseph, originally from Choiseul Village but resides in Castries, Donnelly Mitchell in Lafargue-Choiseul, Greg Mitchell, originally from Lafargue-Choiseul but resides in La Clery, Castries, Marguerite Charles in Castries, also left to mourn, children of his late brother Gregory Gustave of Lafargue-Choiseul, his barber Bertram Johnny of Choiseul, his house doctor Dr. Wilbur Joseph of Industry Choiseul, the Choiseul Caregivers, also known as NICE program, the Holy Name Group, and the Saltibus Parish, doctors and nurses on the medical ward at the St. Jude Hospital who took good care of him. A host of family and friends too numerous to mention, including Ma Hines and family of Lafargue-Choiseul, Sybil and family of Lafargue-Choiseul, Janelle and the Nestor family of Lafargue-Choiseul. The funeral service of the late Leary Fritz Antoine, better known as Mark, and Awa, will be held at Our Lady of Lourdes Catholic Church, Choiseul, on Wednesday, August 26, 2020 at 3 p.m. His body will be interred at the Latane Cemetery. Please note all COVID-19 protocols to be adhered. Wear your face mask. The family would like to mourn in private after the burial. The body now lies at Rambali's funeral parlor, Latane, VA4.